The step from F3 to year 1 was a big step, and that was also when I started talking more. So then people realized that I actually understood English and I could speak English, because after F3 my mom wanted me to stay back a year because she thought I didn't know English. But then I actually did, I just didn't use it.
My most memorable experience with EAL was when I was struggling writing a story. And in the story, we had to design an object which will help the main character succeed their goal. And if my memory served me right, I think I did a goggle for a swimmer. And I had to talk about how he overcame his troubles using this item, and that's how my story went. And it was a really fun story.
I remember being in year 1, I struggled a lot with English because I speak 2 other languages at home, and English wasn't my first language.
My most memorable experience in the past recent years was my GCSE exam. I did fairly well in my English exam. I got a B, and I did very well in my other subjects such as sciences and math.
When I first started GCSE, English was a subject that I actually struggled with a little bit because unlike my STEM subjects, which there are very specific answers, English is more of a broad, opinionated, subjective subject. So to me, I found it a little bit harder to obtain good grades, but I ended up with A star in both English first language and A star in English literature.
In the future, I plan to study sports science. I'm planning to take kinesiology.
I would like to pursue bioscience in England. I just have a burning passion to create medicine and just experience everything related to science.
I have very strong aspirations to be a pediatrician, a pediatric surgeon. Being in an English-speaking environment when it's not your first language can be scary, and it can take time to adapt. And sometimes I feel like parents often prioritize speaking English over their own home languages, which for me was not the case. At home, I fully spoke to my dad in Korean and my mom in Vietnamese, while in school, my teachers and my friends mostly spoke to me in English.
In general, you don't feel left behind because the amount of support that the school gives you is immeasurable, because as you know, I speak Vietnamese at home. I have zero experience with English at home or anywhere else, but school gave me this basics and gave me this knowledge to able to communicate English to you guys. And the teachers, the TAs, all the EAL teachers, they are the kindest person and the sweetest person in this world, and they will help your child get through everything.
I understand that they worry a lot about their children not being able to catch up with their peers or not being able to fit in with the environment. But because they are put in like an English-speaking environment in BIS, and above that they're also given the EAL support, I just want to assure them that their children will be able to pick up English really quickly. Eventually, they're just gonna have that big step, and English might as well become their first language.